Reiki Endo versus Jaxi Bading, a former baseball and arm wrestling star against a man who grew up riding horses through the grasslands. This is Japan versus China, people. It doesn't get any more serious than that. Facing Endo is one of the most unique international newcomers on the RIZIN roster. Jaxi Bading, a rugged prospect from the Tibetan Autonomous Prefecture of Qinghai Province, China. Bading's origin story is almost mythical. Growing up on the grasslands, riding horses, and deciding one day that he didn't want to live an ordinary life anymore. This is a classic home versus invasion story. Endo represents the heart and grind of Japan's local heroes. Expect tension, explosiveness, and a wild crowd in Sapporo backing their hometown son. Let's talk what may be one of the craziest fights of RIZIN Landmark 11. A battle of two finishers. One man from the land of fire, the other from the land of the rising sun. I'm talking Gasanzard versus Tatsuya Ando. Two men who are experts in meting out violent knockouts. Legit, Gasanzard is 11-1, 40% KO ratio, 2 first-round TKOs, a ground and pound human battering ram. Tatsuya Ando, I love this guy. How can you not? The 12th Shuto World Bantamweight Champion with a staggering 78% finishing rate. Both men have high-level wrestling. Ando, for mine, has an edge in composure. This fight really is a coin flip. It could come down to who has the better plan if plan A fails. 13 years ago, Taichi Nakajima and Coro clashed in Pancrase. On that night, Nakajima won, and Coro has been hell-bent on revenge ever since. In Sapporo, the man with one name finally gets his chance. Will it be repeat or revenge? This fight pits polished striking against opportunistic grappling. Nakajima's goal will be to maintain range, land with volume, while Coro wants to create chaos and find a submission opportunity. With legacy and pride on the line, this is not just a rematch, it's a final act in a rivalry 13 years in the making. Salt versus Machi, two women who should be in prison because they are thieves. They always steal the show. A former basketball star, kickboxing sensation, and Pancrase champion against the number 8 pound-for-pound best female fighter in Japan. This one is gonna set Sapporo on fire. Salt bounced back dramatically in Pancrase, where she shocked the reigning strawweight champion Karen in a non-title bout. Their rematch saw Salt win decisively, capturing the title in just her 5th professional bout. Across the ring is Machi, one of Japan's brightest young female prospects. This young woman is touted by many as a future champion. Somebody call NASA, because we are seeing the emergence of a new star. Against Salt, Machi must close the distance early and impose her grappling to avoid being picked apart from range. This is a classic striker versus grappler matchup with rising star power and redemption on the line for both. Sina Karimian versus Hidetaka Artor, the greatest heel in kickboxing versus the man known as the Kaiju Killer. Hold on to your seats, folks. In fact, why are you even in your seat? Stand up, get ready, brace yourself. This is the wild ride of Landmark 11. It's Cena time, baby. Sina Karimian, kickboxing's greatest bad boy since Bada Hari comes to mixed martial arts. I'm trying to process this. Give me a moment. Okay, just a moment. All right, let's continue. This fight has all the makings of a heavyweight shootout. Cena will look to keep it standing and unleash his devastating punching combinations and low kicks, while Artor may look to mix it up in clinch pressure and test Cena's ability to handle the takedowns and defend on the mat. Expect fireworks. This one may not last long. Hometown heroes, Sapporo's own Twister King Joji Goto takes on submission magician Jinosuke Kashimura in a race to see who will finish the other via something crazily spectacular. Goto's recent resurgence has been nothing short of spectacular. He scored one of the greatest rarities in mixed martial arts history with back-to-back twisters in 2023. Yep, Goto's got more twisters than Tornado Alley. Goto is a twister machine, but Jinosuke Kashimura is a submission collector. Give him a limb, he's taking it home. Give him your neck, he's putting you to sleep. 8 wins, 100% finishing rate, 5 wins alone by rear naked choke. That is magic. No way, I mean no way this fight goes the distance. Impossible. Someone is going to sleep. This quarterfinal bout is a collision of 2 finishers, each with a compelling story. Soldatkin with his spinning attacks and brute force is a nightmare if allowed to dictate the pace. Awanala meanwhile will look to test the Russian's composure and cardio by dragging him into the deep waters. It's the kind of heavyweight showdown where one mistake could end the fight instantly. And the winner? Well, he moves one step closer to etching his name into RIZIN Grand Prix history. A multi-time European champion undefeated in RIZIN takes on the Shuto World Featherweight Champion. That's Victor Kalstic versus Keisuke Sasu, the man affectionately known across Japan as Sasuke. Let's break it down. Though his fight against Koji Takeda was cancelled in late 2024 due to illness, Kalstic now returns after a 14-month layoff, fully recovered and sharper than ever. With crisp timing and a strong defensive foundation, Kalstic is quietly becoming one of the division's most dangerous dark horses. This matchup is as technical as it is strategic. Kalstic will look to control the center, press forward and neutralize Suzuki's movement. Suzuki, on the other hand, will aim to disrupt Kalstic's timing with leg kicks, counters and well-timed level changes. Both fighters are calm, they're cerebral, they're experienced. A win here propels either man into immediate featherweight contention. Sora Yamamoto versus Hiroaki Suzuki. One, the son of a former UFC Pride and Rings veteran. The other, the muscle-laden, explosive, terrifying stalwart they call Monster Kun. Yamamoto's game is built around southpaw striking, fast counters and maintaining distance. But he's also shown strong scrambling ability and a big heart under pressure. Now returning from a 1-year absence, he's looking to reset his trajectory and prove he belongs amongst the best. His experience and resilience will be the key in this comeback. In October 2021, he made a surprise debut in RIZIN, where he earned a first-round TKO win over Keisuke Okuda. After suffering 2 consecutive losses, Suzuki rebounded in June 2023 with a spectacular comeback, knocking out Mikuru Asakura's 1-year challenge prospect Taisei Nishitani with a left hook in just 56 seconds of the very first round. Will Sora Yamamoto add an 11th submission win to his record in front of his home audience? Or will the man they call Monster Kun rise like Godzilla from the depths of 3 losses in a row? Look out, Sapporo, Monster Kun is invading Hokkaido. Ilkhom Nozimov versus Suguru Ni, a beastly Uzbeki fighter with an almost 80% finishing rate versus a proven, hard-nosed, no BS Japanese stalwart. This is going to be a throwdown, take no prisoners affair in Sapporo. Suguru Ni represents the grit and pride of Japanese mixed martial arts. And does this guy represent? Ni doesn't have the best of records, but I tell you what, you talk about a guy who will go out on his shield, who will take no prisoners and give all for the cause. Suguru Ni is that guy. So what we have here is a stylistic clash, a proving ground battle, a rising Uzbeki star with an imposing 11-3 record versus a no-fuss Japanese stalwart. Nozimov will attempt to neutralize the crowd and pace with takedowns and top pressure. Ni will look to break Nozimov's will in the clinch and with volume. It's a high-stakes battle where national pride, career momentum and a spot in the division's pecking order hangs in the balance. What happens when a karate star, takes on a man who is said to be destined for martial arts greatness from birth. It's a crazy premise. It's Yoshinori Hier versus Yamamoto Nishikawa. Let's talk Hier first. His mixed martial arts is rooted in traditional striking arts of Goju karate as a child, and later in the hardest style of karate known to mankind, Kyokushin. Oos! This bout isn't just about rankings. It's a clash of generations, of discipline versus chaos. And for Hier, it may be one of the last big pushes towards a RIZIN title run. As for Nishikawa, this guy's story, well, it's not your average story. What did Shakespeare once say? Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and others have greatness thrust upon them. Well, in Nishikawa's case, it's a little of each. Declared a future world champion by his father at birth, Nishikawa began training in mixed martial arts at age 5 with his intense daily training schedule that included climbing 100 trees a day, walking 2 to 3 kilometers barefoot while carrying a 20-kilogram weight, and trudging upstream through a river. Seriously, 100 trees a day! I couldn't climb a bonsai tree! Anyway, is Nishikawa ready to ascend Japan's top ranks once again? Or will he get finished by a proven finisher? One thing's for certain, this is gonna be a nasty, nasty fight. There's a name that injects fear into every featherweight in RIZIN. The name of a scary Azerbaijani powerhouse, Vuga Karamov. On June 14, he takes on a man equally as scary, the undefeated, unblemished, unfreaking touched Shuya Kamura. Cue the dropping of your jaw. Karamov is known for his suffocating pressure and tenacity. He'll need to impose his grappling against a surging young talent in Shuya Kamura. If Karamov can get past Kamura convincingly, he re-enters the title picture. But another stumble could mark a turning point in his career. Shuya Kamura is not just undefeated, he is untouched. After making his pro debut in December 2023, Kamura rattled off 5 straight first-round knockouts. His RIZIN debut in March 2025, where he knocked out Yokoyama in just 54 seconds, cemented him as Japan's next big thing. Yep, you heard that right, a KO in just 54 seconds. If Kamura wins, he may fast track to a title shot. If he loses, it'll be the first test of how he handles adversity. Karamov and Kamura, it has all the hallmarks of a true classic.